Hey everyone, welcome to this video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about if you've experienced DPDR and your world is sort of a bit upside down right now and it's quite different to what you're used to. How do you actually know what normal feels like? And for those of you that are new to the channel, my name's Dan, and I help people overcome their anxious thinking and their DPDR habits to get their life back to normal without DPDR so they can live their life DPDR free. It's a very big question when it comes to mental health issues of how do I know if I'm feeling normal again? And how do I even get back to feeling normal? And I know that when I experienced this, particularly when I had anxiety and depression and stuff, it almost got to a point where I'd had it for so long and it was just so encompassing and it's all I thought about and it's all that my world was just all this horrible stuff. It got to a point where I was just like, how do I even know what normal feels like? Like I'd forgotten what normal felt like. And the way that I was feeling at the time was essentially my new normal. It was just to feel anxious all the time, to feel down, to feel glum, to feel during particular times of trying to be social, like a little bit sort of spaced out and worried and racing hard and all that type of stuff. And it was really sort of a really crappy place. But to me, that had essentially become a new normal. And perhaps it's the same with you as well, with your depersonalization. Perhaps now you've had it, maybe not even for a long time, but it's sort of turned your world upside down so much. And you've been sort of focusing on it and perhaps researching about how to get better and all that other type of stuff that you've actually forgotten what normal feels like. So let's get into recognize what normal feels like and how to actually get there. First, we need to actually establish what normal is. What does normal mean to you? Is it feeling calm again, having coping mechanisms, being like you were before all this started, just being able to connect again? So have a think about what normality actually means to you. Total congratulations if you've been able to put some words or feelings to what normal feels like, because wanting to feel normal is a good sign because it means you haven't given up hope and you haven't just resided to the fact that you'll be like this forever, which unfortunately some people do. How do you even know if you're feeling normal? And this is ultimately the big question, isn't it? You felt weird for so long. How do you even know if you're feeling normal? Firstly, you need to forget what it feels like to feel not normal. Think of some things that you like. It can be anything. Your pet sitting on your lap, laying on your bed, embracing a loved one, watching a funny movie, jogging, absolutely anything. Finding something that you like that calms you or relaxes you is very vital because it can put you in a state of essentially feeling normal. You recognize feeling good just as much as you recognize feeling bad. It's the same with feeling normal. You'll be able to recognize feeling normal just as you'll be able to recognize not feeling normal. That's how you'll know. You'll just know what it feels like. I know that might sound really foreign and like a weird concept of, well, I'll just know what it feels like. Because then you might ask yourself, well, how will I just know? And look, it is one of those things where you will just know. You'll know that it feels right. You'll know that you'll feel normal. And everybody who suffers from some kind of mental issues that they're going through, they do get to a point where they just sort of realize that they feel normal. It was the same with me. I would feel really bad sometimes, and then all of a sudden, just for no reason, I'd do something which I enjoyed and I liked, and it just felt natural. It just felt normal. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's normal. That's completely fine. And it's the same with you as well. So one of the tricky things with depersonalization is that most likely you're forever questioning everything. And this can sort of keep the DPDR going. And let me explain with this. It might get to a point where you do something that you enjoy and it does make you feel good and it makes you feel normal. And then because you are feeling normal, it's going to feel a little bit different from not having the DPDR. So then you're going to say to yourself, oh crap, am I feeling normal now or am I not feeling normal? And then you're just going to go into this analytical mode of trying to figure it out. What does normal feel like? What does not normal feel like? And what's most likely going to happen there is that you're going to start to worry about if you feel normal or not. And then, of course, that's going to bring the DPDR back. So it is crucial just to essentially go with the flow on this. If you feel normal, just be like, cool, I feel normal. And then just keep going with whatever it is you're going. If you sit there and try and analyze it, it's only going to pull you back to more DPDR and not feeling normal. But if that wasn't enough to help you, I have some even more good news in that nothing lasts forever. The way we feel is never permanent. Our emotions and feelings always evolve over time. That's why saying something like, I just want to be happy is not realistic, because it's impossible to always feel happy, just as it's impossible to always feel sad. It's always a mixture of both, but we aim to get more of the happy feelings over the sad ones. Your depersonalization will not last forever, and you will feel normal again, and I can prove it. Think back to your first serious romantic relationship and think back to how you felt when that relationship inevitably ended. It was awful, overwhelming, life destroying, depressing. You said things like, I'll never love again. I'll never be happy again. I'll always be a failure and no one will ever love me. I'll never feel normal or good again. Now, cut to right now. Do you still feel and believe those things? No, because nothing stays the same given enough time. It's the same with your DPDR. Everything you're telling yourself now is exactly the same as everything you told yourself after your first big breakup. It's all lies and you will feel normal again. This can be a tremendous source of hope for you because hope is such an important thing when it comes to overcoming DPDR and feeling normal again, because without hope, then there's almost no motivation to get there. And without hope, there's no feeling that it's even possible to get back to getting normal again. So take this as hope. You use your own experiences of something bad or even something good that's happened in the past and think about how you felt then. Maybe you felt over the moon and ecstatic and excited, or maybe you felt deeply depressed and horrible. And now cut to right now. And do you still feel the same? Do you still feel that elation and that ecstaticness and that excitement? Or do you still feel as sad as how you used to feel then? Of course, the answer is no, because everything changes. Nothing lasts forever. So take that as a bit of hope that you can even say to yourself, like, okay, sure, like my depersonalization completely sucks. I hate that I've got it and I wish it would go away. And, it's turning my world upside down, but it won't last forever. And I'm going to be able to move on from this. And eventually I'm going to be okay. And it can give you a sense of peace and a sense of calm and a sense of, whew, like it doesn't matter. Like, sure, I'm going to be feeling crap right now, but maybe in a month's time, I'll feel good again. Or maybe in a year's time, I'll feel great again. Or, like depending on how much sort of effort you put into wanting to get better again is going to depend on how quick it happens. But essentially, the result is going to be the same, whether it happens in a week, a month, a year, or 10 years. Eventually, you're going to get back to normal, like the vast majority of people do. My friends, I hope you've learned a little bit from this and I hope you've liked it too. And if you have learned something or liked it, then consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing. And if you do want to talk to me about how to overcome DPDR and the ways I do that, the methods I use, and all that other stuff involved in that, then reach out to me in the comments or send me a message. My links are in the description. So until next time, everyone, you will have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. And I will see you all later. Bye.